Every plant is a factory. It produces so many things, contribute so much to the nature. They provide livelihood and shelter to countless creatures. This is Lagerstreamia indica, or called as Crape Myrtle. They are native to Indian subcontinent, hence the name indicates indica. They come in different colors: white, pink, purple, etc. Their flowers are bisexual and they have 6 petals. Stamens are in large numbers and they are of uneven size. The flower and bark have medicinal values. Bees are flying insects, close relatives of wasps and ants. Hence, we find them more similar to ants. They live on nectar and pollen. They have a main role in pollination. And if we realize that 1/3 of our food is the outcome of pollination, then their importance in our lives will be known. They work tirelessly for our survival without the knowledge and acknowledgement of either. Honeybees. Most interesting part about them is they live in colonies. Every hive will have only one queen, the mother of all the bees therein, and the only fertile member in the colony, laying nearly 1,500 eggs in a day. Next comes, there will be few hundred drones. They are the male bees. Their job is to mate with queens from other hives. If they do not get an opportunity to mate, they can live for 90 days. Otherwise, they die immediately after mating. They are haploids. That is, they have only one set of chromosomes which they get from the mother or the queen. Drones are born out of unfertilized eggs. Next comes the all important member of the family. It is the working bee. They will be in thousands in number. In a colony, they comprise 99% of the population in the colony. We see the working bees on every flower. They are female. They have two sets of chromosomes, one from the mother and the other from their father. They are responsible for everything in a colony: nursing or feeding the larvae, cleaning the colony, collecting the food, building and guarding the hive, and finally following the orders of Queen Mother. The male bees or the drones can be easily identified in their hive with their big eyes and a huge body. And queen bees can be identified as they have long abdomens and small wings. And finally, the worker bees are what we find on the flowers, collecting the pollen and the nectar all the day and protecting and guarding the beehives in their leisure time or when the need arises. Very interesting fact about the honeybees is that they won't unnecessarily sting. They are very gentle. If they sting in self-defense, they can't pull out the stinger since it is barbed. And they die in the bargain. Hence, they rarely resort to stinging. When we watch the bees at work on the flowers, we notice that the stamen and the anthers of the flowers in this case are very tough. The anthers are not getting detached from the stamen. When the bee is trying to rob the pollen from it, and the stamen is able to carry the weight of a bee. At the same time, bees are handling the flowers in such a way that they are not damaging the flower. They are trying to collect pollen and the nectar, and at the same time trying to help pollination of the flower. A perfect example of coexistence and mutual dependence. You can find crepe myrtle flowers, so elegant, so beautiful, and are able to feed so many honeybees at their doorstep. Honeybees give messages or communicate with the help of a special hormonal scent called pheromones, which smells differently when they are in danger or when they are happy. Dancing is also another form of communication for them. We may wonder how a new queen bee arrives. They simply choose a healthy larva hatched from the current queen and feed it with royal jelly, a very nutritious food which is produced in the heads of young nurse bees, and they help the larva grow into a queen. And the queen bee can live 4 to 7 years, while the worker bee lives for just 45 days. Another interesting thing about honeybees is that while carrying the nectar back to their hive, their bodies break down the complex sucrose which is there in the nectar into fructose and glucose, and that will be deposited in a honeycomb cell, and then they beat their wings furiously to fan out the moisture and thicken the substance. Once the job is complete, the bees will cap the cell with beeswax, sealing the perfected honey for consumption at a later date. To seal their hive, they also produce a substance called propolis, which is the combination of beeswax, honey, and tree resins, and that propolis is antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. They do a great job to make our lives happy. Thank you for watching my video. In case you like my video, please do not forget to subscribe my channel. It is free. Have a nice day.